What's up guys, today I have a match for you guys, and if you can, make sure that like button. We are aiming for 970 likes. If we can break that goal, that would be fantastic. And I know I've been really inactive, but it was just because I had some things going on in my life, but now I'm back. So yeah, and this is the match which I had a while ago when Genesect was not banned from OU, and that's where we're seeing it here. So yeah, this is a sand team which I made around Mega Garchomp, and looking at my opponent's team, his team is extremely weak to my Keldeo. Once that Reuniclus is down, my Keldeo can pretty much just one-hit KO every Pokemon on his team. So yeah, let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna lead off with my Keldeo, as he's gonna predict that and lead off with his Reuniclus. I do not want to take a Psyshock, so I'm gonna switch into my Genesect to take the Psyshock, but it turns out that he goes for the Trick Room, and now I'm free to scare him out with a U-turn. So he's gonna switch into his Scizor to take the U-turn, and this way I'm gonna get the switch initiative, and this is obviously his Mega Evolution. So I'm gonna go to the man, Chestnut, and Chestnut is a defensive beast. So this Scizor is gonna Mega Evolve, as I'm gonna go for my Lead Seed, and this is what Chestnut is known to do best. It can Lead Seed, it can go for Hammer Arms, set up spikes, and do stuff like that. So he's gonna go for a Swords Dance this turn, and it's really obvious that I'm gonna go for the Spiky Shield, but it's so obvious that I'm not gonna go for that, as he goes for one more Swords Dance, and I'm gonna get some damage with the Lead Seed. So I'm gonna continue to go for Hammer Arms, as he lives with like 5 HP, and he's able to pull off the Roost, and this Scizor is on +4 right now, and I'm expecting him to go for one more Roost. So that's why, expecting the Roost, I'm gonna switch into my Rotom, and he does go for the Roost, and basically I'm able to get a free switch into my Rotom, and next turn I will be able to go for the Will-O-Wisp before he's able to knock my Rotom out, and I am gonna cripple him. So he goes for the Bullet Punch, it does nothing, and I'm able to burn the Scizor, and combined with the Lead Seed and the burn damage, this Scizor is going down, and yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump, which is gonna bring him down to the red health, as he's gonna go for the X Scizor, which does nothing. And yeah, so the Lead Seed and the burn damage will be able to take him out this turn, and my Rotom is at a very respectable amount of health. So I was able to deal with this Mega Scizor without sacrificing anything. He brings in this Hydreigon, I'm defensive, and that's why I cannot take a Draco Meteor. So I'm gonna switch into my specially defensive Tyranitar, as he goes for the Dragon Breath. I guess it's for extra paralysis chance, and it's totally okay. So I'm gonna switch into Chestnut just to see if he has Focus Blast or Super Power, as those two moves are very common on Hydreigon, and Chestnut can easily take a Super Power and is immune to Focus Blast because of Bulletproof. But it turns out that he's not carrying any of those, so I can switch back into my Tyranitar, and it really seemed weird to me as he's not carrying a fighting type move, as you should always carry a fighting type move on Hydreigon, as it provides great coverage. So I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge, as he brings in the Hippowdon, and there is a possibility of him going for EQ. So I'm gonna switch into my Rotom just to be safe, as he makes a better play by getting up his Stealth Rocks, and now I'm free to go for a Hydro Pump and scare him out. So I'm gonna go for my Hydro Pump, as he's gonna switch into his Reuniclus to take it, and it does a decent amount, but it's not enough, and I'm not sure what kind of Reuniclus is this, if it's an offensive or a defensive one. So my best play right in here is to go for Volt Switch and not let this thing set up with the Calm Minds. So I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch, as he switches into his Hydreigon, which was really weird, and it basically gave me a free switch into my Keldeo, and I'm gonna take out this Hydreigon with a Secret Sword. Maybe he stayed in thinking that I will over predict and go for Surf, but I'm not gonna do that, as I'm gonna take out that Hydreigon, and now he's gonna bring in this Reuniclus to scare me out into my Genesect, which is the safest switch in for this thing, as I can get super effective damage and some momentum if he tries to switch out. So he's gonna set up his Trick Room, and now he's faster than me. He goes for the Recover, and look how much this stab U-turn does. It was a critical hit and it did nothing, so now I know this Ranunculus is a defensive one, and usually defensive Ranunculus do not carry special attack investment, and this means that my specially defensive Tyranitar can easily live a Focus Blast from this thing and take care of it with a Crunch. So he's gonna go for Focus Blast, he's gonna connect, and I'm gonna live even though it was a crit, and this Ranunculus is gonna go down to Crunch. The Trick Room is still up, which means that his Hippowdon will be able to outspeed my Tyranitar. So he's gonna bring in this Hippo and make a double switch into his Heatran, expecting my Chestnut to come in on his Hippo, which was not a bad play, but I'm gonna stay in and get up my rocks as I do not need my Tyranitar anymore and I can just sack it. So I'm able to outspeed this Heatran because of Trick Room, and he's able to finish me off with an Earth Power. So I'm gonna bring in my Rotom and the Trick Room is gonna end this turn, and you guys will see that this Heatran was actually offensive as he's able to outspeed my Rotom and hit me with a Fire Blast, which is not gonna do too much, and I'm gonna take out this Heatran with a Hydro Pump. So I believe all he has left is that Hippowdon and his Landorus. So he's gonna bring in his Landorus, and you guys will see that he's running a very uncommon set on his Landorus, which has Substitute. Substitute Landorus was a thing in 5th gen, but I've not seen people use it in 6th gen. So this is basically an offensive Landorus which either contains Swords Dance or Rock Polish along with Substitute. So I do not want to stay in as there is a chance of me missing my Hydro Pump, and I do not want him to have a free Substitute. So I'm gonna switch into my Genesect as I'm Scarfed, and I will be able to outspeed this Landorus and break its Substitute with an Ice Beam and then get a free switch into my Keldeo. So I'm gonna break his Substitute as he's gonna finish off my Genesect with an EQ, and now the time has come to finish off things with Keldeo. So I'm gonna bring in my Keldeo and just go for Surf and kill off this Landorus, and the only thing he has left is his Hippowdon. So that thing also is gonna die to Surf, and it's basically GG. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I know I've been really inactive, but I will try to upload more videos now, and yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.